There are 116 community colleges in California. We are a public institution. So many of you may have heard schools such as the UCs, University of California, like UCLA, UC Berkeley, UC San Diego. And then there are another type of public university in California called the California State Universities, the CSUs. So California is actually very unique. We are the only state in the United States that has 3 different forms of public higher education. We have the community college, the California State, CSU, and the University of California. And each of us have different missions. The mission for the California Community College is to give anyone and everyone an opportunity to earn an education and move on to earn their bachelor's degree. The idea of the California State School, the CSU, is it's more of a teaching school. It's more of a hands-on school, right? So you can earn your bachelor's there, but the way they teach is a lot more affiliated with how a community college works. They are smaller classrooms, and they are more hands-on, and professors engage with students more. And finally, you have the University of California, the UC system, which is designed more as a research institution. And that's why you see that most of those schools have doctorate and higher degrees. The way that they teach is very much more about research focus rather than the CSU or the community college. So we all are designed to prepare students who have various ways of learning and preferences, and we're all designed to give you a great education, but just in different ways and just with different starts. So at the community college, we are here to prepare you for transfer to a 4-year university. You can go to a university in California, public or private. So if you're interested in Stanford or the University of Southern California, USC, you're more than welcome and able to transfer from a community college. But you can also transfer to colleges outside of California. So if you're thinking about Harvard or Columbia, or you want to go to a public school in Florida or even Nebraska or Texas, someplace like that, you can transfer to any school, public or private, in any state in the United States. Even some schools in Canada will allow and accept community college, US community college credits for transfer. So you have a lot of variety and choices when you're here. The United States has almost 4,000 higher education colleges and universities. So you have a vast selection to choose from, and community colleges are a wonderful place to begin and start to get you to any of those places across the country. Most students who come to California find out that they love it and they don't want to leave. And because we in California have so many different choices, many of them choose to stay here and transfer to either a UC, a CSU, or a private school here in California. And we're happy to help you with that. Community colleges, as I said before, are a great way for anyone to get a start with their higher education journey. And one of the reasons why they choose to come to a community college is because our admission is very simple and straightforward. We do not require SATs or ACTs, standardized testing. We do not have any official essay components for admission. It's really just, have you graduated from a high school? Do you have a high school diploma or equivalent? And if you don't, as long as you're 18 or over, you're still able to apply and be admitted. And that's kind of it. We do have, as an international student, a requirement that you have a minimum fluency in English, and that can vary by school to school. But most of us in California have a lower English proficiency requirement because we do offer ESL classes here. And so if you feel that you're not quite as strong in your English, if you feel that you could use a little bit more support, then a community college is really a great start for you, because we have those ESL classes. You don't have to have as strong of an ESL or of an English background, excuse me, to be able to start your studies here. Whereas a 4-year university will expect you to have a much higher level because they want you already prepared for a little bit more than what you can do at the community college. The final reason why a lot of people or students choose community college, and that's my last point on the slide, is because we're very economical compared to 4-year universities. So if you're looking just in here in California and just looking at the public schools, California community college tuition can vary, right? But on average, for a minimum for 1 year of study for your tuition and your fees, you're looking around $11,000, $12,000. If you compare that to a California state school like San Jose State or Cal State Fullerton or San Diego State, those schools, just the tuition and fees are around $35,000. Or excuse me, around $16,000. And then for the UC, those are about $40,000. Now, when you add in the cost for living and books and transportation and everything else, that's a part of your education and your life here, you're looking at an average of around $26,000 to $28,000 for a community college per year, $35,000 per year or more for a California state, and close to $70,000 or more for a UC campus. So a lot of students, they will say, and families will say, let's start at the community college because you can really save a lot of money starting with us and then transfer to one of the other schools. And if you didn't have the money necessarily to afford 4 years at a UC, starting at the community college and saving so much money may allow more people to be able to transfer to a dream school like a UC that has a higher cost. We have a lot of famous graduates who have attended community colleges over the years. I'm just showing you some of the more famous people worldwide who have gone to community college. Steve Jobs, Walt Disney, Arnold Schwarzenegger, George Lucas, and singer-songwriter Gwen Stefani. Only one of these people actually attended community college here at Fullerton, and that's the last one, Gwen Stefani. So she is an alum from us. She transferred on to Cal State Fullerton, where she decided not to continue and earn her bachelor's because her career in music took off with her band, No Doubt, and then obviously her solo career and everything else that she's been doing. So she's just one example. Fullerton College actually has 35 very famous alum who have attended, but I tried to pick someone who was a little bit more international because you might not know some of the other people. But for any other music aficionados out there, if you know for guitars, Fender guitars or Fender music, Leo Fender was a graduate from Fullerton College. And there's actually here in Fullerton, the city, the Fender Museum, which is all about rock and roll, because he was a very instrumental part of that in the 50s and 60s. And his guitar and his bass and things are you know, a part of our history and our community here. And he's a big part of our school. So there are a lot of people. And so I just like to share this with everyone so you understand that there are very famous and very successful people who got their start at a community college that you may not have thought or have known. It's not just about going to an Ivy League school like Harvard or Yale. You can still be successful starting at the community college, and many people are.